Realism is a big deal in the Tom Clancy universe. Even though there are fantastical elements like the US government coming to a halt due to a viral crisis in The Division or sci-fi-esque gear in Ghost Recon, Tom Clancy material when it comes to both the books and the video games are grounded in real-life warfare. So how real is Ghost Recon Breakpoint, and how has realism inspired Ubisoft in creating it? Let me know what you guys think in the comments below underneath that like button, and if there's anything that I've left out that you think I should add next time, or if there's stuff that you've noticed. And let me know how excited you are about Breakpoint. I'm pretty amped. Also, don't forget to join in the conversation. We stream on Twitch pretty much Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. That schedule might change. You can hit me up on Twitter. I usually announce it there. But come join us on Twitch. We have a really exciting time. It'd be great to see you there. Because of how rooted the Ghost Recon series is in realism, they've added a bunch of features which make real-world military challenges a focus in Breakpoint. First off is the healing system. In a couple of press releases and interviews with the developers, they've described that the damage system isn't simply a health drain. Instead, there are actual wounds that need to be treated and only treated outside of combat. Getting injured will vary in severity and have real in-game consequences, like getting shot in the leg will affect any form of walking and might even impair your ability to shoot. Even if you take the wrong route off a cliff, you might hurt your leg and will struggle to engage with the enemy as a result. If the wound is debilitating enough, you'll have to get a friend to carry you in co-op mode outside of the battle or to a very secure spot in order to get treated medically. No word on in-game scars that affect cosmetics, because I think that would be pretty sick. Real military don't hang out behind enemy lines and get extracted in a chopper to the sound of thundering explosives as they zip off into the sunset, just like most movies say. It's often a long, laborious task to stay hidden, get some sleep while storing your weapons and supplies without your enemies finding out. This real-world structure that you build in the wilderness is called a bivouac. It's also known as a bivvy, which is much easier to pronounce, Ubisoft, so why are we using that? It's a temporary hideaway for just those purposes. It's usually constructed with leaves and ferns for waterproofing and leaf litter on the ground for insulation. The primary reason it's built like this is that it's temporary. Mountaineers also use them, making these makeshift bivvies for every night of their ascent. In Breakpoint, they use these structures to be your base of operations. Here you'll heal up those really nasty injuries, craft rations, make bandages, store food, and customize your weapon loadout and class for the upcoming missions ahead. If you've ever read military books like Bravo 20 or have spoken to soldiers who've been in active duty, you'll know that the biggest enemy is in the environment. Survival is a race against the clock as the elements beat down on you as you try to overcome them. This focus often gets ignored in military video games, but from the early stages of the game, the developers wanted to include a sense that you were going to be trapped, that there were other things besides the enemies that you had to deal with. Emile Dubon, the writer of the game, said, "We wanted to create a fantasy where the player was truly trapped behind enemy lines in a survival and combat scenario. There's a palpable, visceral stress and anxiety of being alone in a hostile environment and needing to rely on your surroundings to procure food, water, ammo, weapons, and equipment." The game is set on an island called Aurora, with an incredibly diverse and varied landscape with rainforests, volcanoes, tropical oceans, and rocky terrain. It's open world, so the approach to battle is up to you. But everything comes at a cost. For instance, there's stamina, and finding a high ground advantage will expend way more stamina than running downhill. Also, if you sprint uphill, you could lose your footing and create a serious injury. The environment can also be used as a tool when mastered. For instance, having the high ground above a clearing could mean a quicker, more successful fight, or using mud as cover will increase your stealth opportunities in an engagement. Having a large focus of the game on real-world survival tactics means that a lot of technology that was previously available to you in other Ghost Recons is not at your disposal anymore. But that doesn't mean that it's not there. Focusing on predictive military technology, one of the enemy factions, known as the Wolves, carries some incredible arsenal. Not only are they deadly, what they've got is frighteningly plausible. I know we've seen weaponized drones in games before, but they've got a serious upgrade here in Breakpoint. We've got this thing called the Behemoth, and it looks insane, and it's going to take a lot of tactics, team cooperation in order to take these things down, which makes it really exciting. Think of the robotics in the game as if you could put steroids in whatever Boston Dynamics are making, those nightmares, but like in a game sense. And that's just to show you how real the robots can possibly be if given a little bit more time to mature and military funding. Now, this one's a strange one, but when they announced the game, this thing was pinging in the back of my head. The major villain in the plot was mentioned during the announcement, and it sounds incredibly plausible. He's a tech startup mogul who thinks he can build the perfect society and chooses Aurora as an island to trial it. Think Elon Musk meets Peter Weyland from Aliens. It's a great idea for a 21st century villain. I've worked in many startups, and there are a lot of people in startup circles who think that they would be capable of building the perfect utopia, especially on a crazy island if they applied like some kind of techno startup thought processes to it, you know, and it will definitely turn out to be some self-aggrandizing monstrosity without a soul. Like, that's 100% the case. So I think it's a great idea for a villain. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you want to catch more Ghost Recon stuff, I'm going to be uploading a bunch of it. I'm really excited about Ghost Recon as a game. Make sure that you check out the description for any details. And if you want to help support the channel, all the pre-order stuff is there. If you follow those links, it really helps me out. The game is coming out on the 4th of October. It's around the corner. Let me know what you guys are excited about in the comments below, and I will catch you guys on Twitch or in another video, depending on what platform you prefer to use.
Why you be all on my line about nothing? Why won't you go get you $1 or something? Don't hang with a nigga who lying for nothing. I see that we different, you riding, I double. I don't do discussions on bragging about hundreds. Don't go to your places, I know that they sunken. Don't call me your brother, I barely could trust it. I talked to a shorty, she bagging the bugging.